Hello Ghana, hello Africa. It's another beautiful Thursday evening. And you know what time it is. It's time for Gospel PR. There's a P and there's an R. This is where we bring you all the gist in the Christian entertainment scene. I go by the name Dave Nate Hazel. I'm a living epistle. The enemy no go fit. I mean, you know that. You know go fit handle. You know go fit handle cry. I just want to remind our viewers we are live on Dominion TV as well as our socials, YouTube and Facebook. Just drop in your comments and I'll be here to read this live on the show concerning the Kingdom World Tour and of course the Save Ghana campaign. We need to pray. Just right from the Light It Up segment to the Convo segment and the Global 360. It's a full package. It's a full menu. Spiritually filled entertainment just for you to enjoy and be blessed. So we begin with the Light It Up segment, and I have the team from the Save Ghana team here. I've been joined by two mighty men of God. I've been joined by Reverend Chap Awuah and Pastor Prince Amartey is the Oh Lord Save Ghana campaign. Reverend and Pastor, you're welcome to Gospel PR.
Thank you very much, Dave.
What a blessing. I know few months to elections and it's as if it's business as usual, but we need to pray.
Yes.
I'll begin with Reverend Awuah. What is the role of the church in elections? Do we really matter when it comes to elections?
We do really matter. Even in the days of the Bible,
yes.
Well, they had theocracy, and it was the duty of the priest and the prophet to install and anoint the king. In our time, it's not theocracy, yet the body of Christ, the church, has the duty to pray, to do all we can to install the right kind of person, and also make sure that we do it peacefully.
Okay.
So the church has a duty to do. The church is non-governmental, the church is non-partisan, yet the church is a righteous organization, like a civil watch and a social organization that empowers its people.
Yeah.
We empower our people. If you teach them the right thing to do, it will avoid a lot of unnecessary violence because they know the right thing to do. So the church must get itself involved in elections so seriously.
Wow. So, Pastor Prince, why should we pray for Ghana? There are things that we are praying about. Even in our Christian entertainment scene, I mean, there are things we need to pray about concerning the songs we are churning out, concerning the country. We all have our issues, but why should we pray for Ghana?
Before I answer that, let me also add my voice to why Christians must be part of the election process. Yes. And we need to understand that for elections to be successful, there are key elements like transparency and many things that makes elections successful. Okay. So we need to look at the pre-election aspect and understand that when it comes to issues like civic education, when it comes to issues like the morality that guides our political process, the church is empowered enough to lead that aspect of the election process. And we need to also understand that as a church we have interest. We have to be part of the advocacy so that policies and plans that can positively affect the church are also part of the election messages. Then also during election itself, the church must be part of the mediation and reconciliation process. So I will add that to what Reverend said. And also say that for us as Christians, we need to understand that maybe because these days we've had about 7 elections, and so we feel entitled, and then we think that it's given. Elections have been peaceful, but in 1992, 1996, 2000, Christians rose up, prayed, and we have come a long way in our democratic process. And we think that maybe because we've done this over and over again, we might feel that, this does not need prayers. But when Christians become comfortable, that is when the devil strikes. When we are careless and we don't pray, that is when the enemy also arise and take advantage of the situation. So, and we also have to understand that life is spiritual. The things that happen physical, they are things that may have occurred in the spirit realm. So we need to seize the peace of the nation in the realms of the spirit before the elections process even starts, so that when we win the battle in the spirit, it can manifest in the flesh. So I think that for us as believers, we ought to pray, and also because it is what God has, it is a mandate that God has given to us, that we should seek the peace of our country.
Now, Reverend Chap, I'm looking at the reason why Christians should be involved in politics, especially from a Christian entertainment point of view. Is it really relevant for some of our artists like the Joe Mettles, like the Dana Hamiltons, to even use their popularity and their sphere of influence into the political space? Is it right for Christians to be involved in politics? Of course, we read the book of Daniel. Daniel was a politician. Joseph was a politician. Do you think that these are the things that we need, and that it can even transcend into the Christian entertainment scene, where even gospel musicians can be involved in politics?
Yes, I believe that Christians should not sit on the fence and say, oh, we are peaceful people, we are quiet people, let the politicians do it. Because now, if we allow them to do it, they will drive us to the wrong place, to the wrong direction. So, from my personal perspective, people receive call to do different things. Some receive calls to be pastors, enter into full-time ministry. Some receive calls to be musicians. Some receive... God has placed this call on some genuine Christians to be involved in partisan politics. And there's nothing wrong with that. And apart from that, the musician and entertainment, those who are in it, they can use these to bring harmony. And peace. But seriously, on a more serious note, because our politics has been smeared with a lot of, shall I use the word, lies, and so it's not attractive to many Christians. But I think that it is high time we encourage our sons and daughters that when God gives you the grace and the ability to be in politics, don't go and fall. We don't want you to go and fall. But go there, be honest, and let your honesty and the grace that God has given to you be reflected, be impacted in our politics. I think I read about, it is Malawi, one of their presidents, I don't know whether he's the current president or the previous. I think he was the president of the Christian Council there. And after his term expired and he went home to rest, more or less, then he received a message that my people are struggling, so I want you to offer yourself to be president. He said, Lord, I'm not a politician. I say, God said that I am sending you there. And so he mustered courage, offered himself, and because it was God leading him, he just won. So Christians should allow ourselves to be in politics and let the good image, the righteousness, the glory, the beauty, the power be reflected in our society. Otherwise, the society will still globe in darkness, and that is not good for us.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, now let's delve into the reason why you are here. I understand there's an event, there's a prayer conference coming up. Pastor Prince, can you tell us about this? When is this happening?
Okay, so Save Ghana 2024 has been a campaign that we've led since 2012. It's been something that as a church we have, the Lord has really put on our hearts every election year to pray for our country. And so this is the 5th edition.
5th edition?
Yes.
Wow.
And on 4th to 6th of September at Covenant House Chapel in Hacho, we'll be having Save Ghana 2024. We're having prayer times. We're really praying for the nation, praying for our leaders, praying for the election process, and praying most importantly for the peace of the country, so that we'll come out of this election cycle unscathed as a nation. So we'll have morning and evening prayer sessions, and it's open to every Christian to come and pray. That's the most important. Every Christian has to join us to pray. It's a mandate that God has placed on us as a church to pray, and we are just leading it, we are facilitating it. Okay. We are calling on every Christian to join us to pray for the country.
Wow. So, Reverend Chap, who are the speakers for this year's prayer conference?
Yeah, we have Prophet Dokusi.
Wow.
Prophet Dokusi is a well-known prophet in Ghana, in Accra. Then we have Professor Stephen Adai.
Professor Stephen Adai?
Yeah,
wow.
Professor Stephen Adai. Well, I've talked to him. He is not so partisan.
Yes.
Because we wanted non-partisan approach.
Partisan approach.
Otherwise, if you go and bring an NDC pastor, you come and preach NDC. If you go and bring NPP pastor, you go and... So we wanted it from that front. We have other men of God. I have a personal view, and I don't want to, shall I use the word, use it as a force on many Christians. But I think from my personal perspective, sometimes we get the notion that we are bonfire, we are not, politicians.
Politicians,
And somehow I also share similar notion that we pray for them that God give them wisdom, then they get the wisdom and use that wisdom to steal our money.
Yeah.
So I have changed my prayer. I said, God, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Yes.
Put your fear in them.
Put your fear in them.
No, so they should have the fear of God in them. And if they decide to amass wealth, if they decide to cheat on us, the fear of God in them will cause them to do the right thing. And if they don't do the right thing, I mean, God is a God of justice.
So, Pastor Prince, your final words to our viewers, 4th to the 6th of September. Tell them why they should not miss the prayer conference.
Okay, so we believe that this is an opportunity for every Christian to do what God is asking us in these times and in this season. We've had the Ezras, we've had the Nehemiahs who stood in their times to deliver their countries. And this can be our time, and this can be the opportunity for us to really stand and then pray for our country, to save the country. And so I think that every Christian has to stand and be counted in these times and this season. So I'm encouraging everyone to join us, Covenant House Chapel at Hacho, from the 4th to the 6th of September to pray. God bless you.
God bless you too. Reverend Awuah, your last words to our viewers.
Okay, so I would say that we should not take the prayer that we pray for Ghana for granted. When you look at the countries that surround Ghana, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and others have had some violence and some skirmishes. And you think that Ghana has gone through all these election time peacefully for nothing? No, it is because some people have actually wrestled it on their knees. And so we want to encourage everyone that for the peace of Ghana, let us gather together, wrestle it on our knees, pray for peaceful elections. And that will be a blessing for all of us, because we don't have any place to go. We don't have another Ghana. This is Ghana for us all. And that is what I urge everyone to bring, allow himself to be an instrument of prayer.
Wow, so we have one Ghana. This is our country. Look, let's pray, including all Christian creatives, all the musicians, all the spoken word artists, everybody. We are all supposed to pray. Thank you so much, Reverend Chap. Thank you so much, Pastor Prince. It's a blessing. We are praying. Save Ghana. Bless you. So viewers, will be back with a convo right after this.
Women Arise 2024. Are you ready? Under the auspices of His Eminence Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams and Lady Rosa Whitaker Duncan Williams, Women of Action presents Women Arise 2024 under the theme Arise, Shine, for your light has come. Ministering are Reverend Mrs. Funke Felix Adejumo, Bishop Mrs. Patricia Sapo, Bishop Derek Munebeku, Bishop Dr. Aramansa Spiel Gabra, and Mrs. Kosi Impira Yankee Aye. Date Thursday, 22nd August to Saturday, 24th August 2024. Service times are as follows. Evening services, Thursday, deliverance and ministration service, and Friday, ministration service. Time, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Morning services, Friday, health seminar. Theme, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. And Saturday, ministration and panel discussion from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Venue, Action Chapel International, Prayer Cathedral, Spintex Road. Women Arise 2024, an experience you cannot miss. Women of Action, impacting lives.
It's good to be with you. Thank you for tuning in. I have with me some of the latest release of my books that I believe will impact your life. The snare of indifference simply has to do with lukewarmness, how the enemy has succeeded to cast spells on the church, to desensitize God's people, to cause us to slumber, spiritual slumber. These are not the days to slumber. These are days to be awake and alive and to be on our watch and our guard like never before. Please get this book. It will bless you, to impact your life. It will break the snare and the spell. It will lift the veil of you, and it will illuminate the eyes of your understanding and help you to avoid lukewarmness. Because being lukewarm, it's very dangerous. You are not hot and you are not cold. That's what simply it means by being lukewarm. You are not in and you are not out. It's very dangerous. There is no middle ground anywhere. You are in or out. This book, The Snare of Indifference, lukewarmness. It shows you the signs of lukewarmness and how to overcome it. Get this book. It will impact your life. And as you do so, God bless you.
This is Benestel Inspires, where we stay inspired. Yeah. So why did you go in the direction of a daycare? I mean, children can be, oh boy.
I was always trying to figure out how things work.
Were you one of those kids that would dismantle things for no reason?
Yes.
Oh God.
Absolutely.
I have one of those.
Relatable.
I already started, drinking. I started smoking
At 9?
at 9 years old.
Really?
Yeah, so I was dealing with the abuse from my mother.
Deeper.
We used to pray together. People thought we were out of our minds. We were young, bro, but we love God.
More fun. More inspiration.
Have you ever imagined your life without Jesus?
It's always been looking at children as capable and competent, right? There's a reason why Jesus said, let the children come to me. Like, they're not too young to learn and understand.
Yes. Well, I'm back. Enjoy every moment of it because it's going to be superb. Right? Yeah.
It's Benestel Inspires Season 2, Friday at 7 p.m. and Tuesdays at 9 a.m. on Dominion TV.
So that was a wonderful performance by Maverick City, Naomi Rain, Jaira. Yes, at the First Love Center in Legon. Wow. Sunday was such a blessing. There's so much for us to talk about. And the man with the fire. Fire, 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 fire. Untuana. Fire, fire, fire.
Fire, follow
Me. Hey.
On the day of Pentecost. Fire, follow me.
On the day of the...
On the day of Kingdom Tour.
Kingdom Tour. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, viewers, the man himself is here, the fireman.
Yes,
Yes, Steve DStv content creator. Look, this guy right now, very soon it will be very difficult for us to get him because he's busy. So we need to actually drag him. Yes, I mean, my producer himself, Mr. William Mamoa, had to, we had to really do everything to bring him on the show. So we are discussing a review of the Kingdom World Tour. Maverick City, alongside Kirk Franklin, Tim Godfrey, star-studded, of course, with our local artists, our Ghanaian superstars, our own Joe Metal, Timmy Tenity Ghana, Luigi McLean, and the likes. It was back-to-back. It was even including Reverend Ife.
Yes, sir.
Kingdom World Tour. So last week around this time, we had a rep from Kingdom World Tour, the organizers, and also Pastor Odwe on the show. And as a Thursday, Friday, we're getting ready for the show. And on Saturday, news broke that the venue had been changed. From ICGC Christ Temple to First Love Center. I was like, what's really going on? Then there was a press release. Who does this? So as you can see on your screens, this was a flyer for the change of venue, the Kingdom World Tour venue, and then they came with the the almighty press release talking about the fact that, so what the organizers said was that just a day before the event, there was a sudden change in the cost of the rent. So they are saying that the management of ICGC Temple wanted an 80% increment, so they had to change their plans. So that was it. So it took the likes of the Shishishis, the ZKs, the New Noise, the industry players to actually put it on social media. And then, yeah, so we're just waiting for the execution. As Nino said on his Facebook page, let's wait for the execution, and then when we are done, we'll discuss. So, Dominion TV asked about him. We were there to cover it. The industry players were also there. They monitored from afar, and we are here to review. Thank you. Kingdom World Tour.
Thank you, sir. Very good evening to your cherished viewers. God bless everybody for watching Gospel PR every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
And God bless you for having me too.
It's always a pleasure.
I say so. Kingdom. See, as I am before the event, prior to the event, we got to know of Maverick City, Kirk Franklin coming to Ghana. It was like a big blow. Yeah, wow, it's a big deal for the gospel industry. But alongside, we saw that Maverick City was on tour. So the thing looked like, I stand to be corrected though, it looked like whoever or any country who wants to tap into the tour thing, if you can organize and make sure you book your ticket and everything yourself, they will come in and do the thing. So it's like somebody went in for the thing and gave it to an event organizer or a company to organize the entire thing. So the company that held was able to organize the event is not a Christian, I would say, company.
So does that explains why we didn't see the New Noise, the Christian, we didn't see most of the guys around the event.
Automatically.
The key industry players. Yeah. Did they involve the Christian event organizers?
It's like somebody coming to action to organize event and doesn't talk to anybody, or the gatekeepers in the action chapel. Like everybody will watch you, they get it. So the one organizing the event is not a Christian and doesn't understand our terrain, what goes into organizing a Christian event.
So on your screen, this one posted this event. It's okay. We'll discuss it after the show tomorrow. That's posted this on Saturday night, and also CK also posted this.
Right.
Okay, so you can.
So there was a press release. They did a press, I think, a press launch
before the event.
Yeah,
right?
before the event, and there was no Christian blog there.
Mm.
Right. How?
So did they invite you guys? Because ZK was there.
ZK went there on his own accord. He was not invited.
Wow.
He was not paid for. So he went there. I mean, you know our man.
Yes.
And he went to see what is happening. So ZK went there on his own accord and he posted some pictures there. So ZK didn't report proper as like we would do when we are invited for events like that.
So what happened with the change of venue? What have you heard?
Okay, so with the change of venue, it's not a big thing. It's not a new thing in our space. You remember this year, March, MOG changed the venue from stadium to Bantama, and there was no press release, and the event went on. And that big event, NSSPD, changed the event about 3 times.
But it wasn't on the eve of the event.
They changed. At the end, they changed the event.
Yes.
It was for them. It was about 3 locations. Yes. They moved here until they settled at the main place. So changing the event is not a big deal. A lot of things might go into changing of event. But when you release a press statement, that means you are ready to give information on why there is a change of the event. You get it? Okay. Because we've seen we post. So when we read the press, I was like, no, there's a problem with this. There's a problem with the press.
So you mean change of venue? Okay. Yes. So now, the venue, the press release.
There's a problem with the press release.
What is the problem with the press release?
The problem is that the organizer indicted the church, the leadership of the church, the administration of the church,
which was wrong.
Which is so bad.
Were they right?
Because
yes,
nobody on a business tangent will increase the fee if something has not happened, or maybe there's a change in agreement. You only increase fee when there's a change in agreement. But if you say that the organizers, the church administration just changed the fee and increase it to more than 80%, what happened?
So it means that initially we heard from their rep who came last week on the show that they were doing it outside.
Yes.
Then they wanted to do it inside.
Yes.
So that means that things have to
yes.
The contract has to be changed.
Right. So if you are doing outdoor, you are going to bring your own stage, you are going to do your own lighting, you are going to bring everything. We just maybe have to give you lighting, like ECD power. But now entering into the auditorium, I'm going to use AC, you're going to use our lighting, you're going to use our screens, maybe you want to add up, fair enough. So definitely the cost will increase. Right? And maybe they were not ready to give that amount. But you cannot afford to the church.
Yeah, you cannot afford the church.
So you have to write in the statement that we change our plans. And because of the change of our plans, the cost will increase and we cannot bear it.
So did they wanted solidarity from the audience, from people? That's what they made that, came up with that statement.
I don't know the brain behind that statement, but was wrong on every account. That is why the Christian bloggers, Christian gatekeepers started talking.
Yeah.
If not for the press release, everything was cool. We're just watching.
But definitely they should come up with a press release to tell people about it.
Yes. So we can't fault you on releasing a press, but make sure that, tell us what it is. The church administration, we've done event, they will not...
Because Diana Hamilton had their wig, and it went perfectly.
Nobody.
And this is Maverick City, Kirk Franklin. Why did we do this to ourselves? Bringing all these superstars, these celebrities, and on a day like this, why shouldn't we all come together, be it secular, be it Christian events, industry players, and make this a success?
So you see, the thing is that we wanted everything to be success, and the most annoying part of this whole thing is when people started tagging anybody who speaks or maybe shares his opinion on the event as demonic. It's like we were sabotaging the event. That's how come I started talking on social media.
Yes.
Because what they did was wrong. Let us comment and let them know that what you did is wrong. It doesn't happen in our space. What they did, the statement they released is wrong. It doesn't happen in our space. So now, if you are coming to organize an event for a group of people, you need to understand them, understand the terrain. Speak to some people, touch base. We have the general services, we have the new noise, we have Press TV, the God's family. You have them, talk to them. Let them give you some guidelines on how, see, you can organize secular events. But organizing a Christian event is way different.
You know, we have had conversations here, and it's clear that from what we had, Joe Metals Praise Reloaded, Emoji's New Wine concert, back-to-back concert, the level, the class, it seemed that we were, maybe I'm sure the organizers realized that that is a Maverick team, Maverick City team realized that Ghana could actually pull this off. And from what they did in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Uganda, they expected more from us. So what stopped you, the industry players, from also contacting them?
See, maybe I will not say this on record, yes, but because I don't have full details. But I know that some industry people contacted organizers, trying to give them information. But it's like the people, the one holding the event, is not a Christian person. So doesn't understand like what we do in the space. So it's like they wanted to do it their own way because, see, it's a secular person. They do secular, they month, and the people come. But in a Christendom, fine, they add the numbers to go. But if they tag bid with the Christian people, they add more input or more output.
Okay, so now I want to show you highlights of the event. Yes, the Kingdom World Tour held at First Love Center. And then we're back to delve into the nitty-gritties of the event. The Kingdom World Tour, Maverick City, Kirk Franklin. The event itself was a blessing. But there are things we need to discuss about it. I'm sure my producer is ready with the highlights. We shall watch for ourselves the wonderful ministrations from the likes of Naomi Rain, from Chandler Moore, from Kirk Franklin, the legend himself, Tim Godfrey. So this is Kirk Franklin on the keyboard.
Come on, Ghana. Our life with Jesus, with Him, no matter what.
indeed, I've got my victory in the Lord Jesus Christ. So that was from Team Eternity Ghana. We had the likes of Team Godfrey. We had Joe Merton, our own Joe Merton, and of course, the legend himself, Kirk Franklin, ministering on the stage, the Kingdom World Tour. And yes, we've been joined by Pastor Jonas Odu. Yes, he's going to give us a gist. Yes, he's around. And I must say that we also reached, we did our bit to reach out to the organizers of the Kingdom World Tour. Initially, they said we were going to make it, but they were not able to make it. So we have done our bit. And Pastor Jonas, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. And apologies for...
It happens. It happens, man of God. So before you came in, we were discussing about the venue change, the implication by the fact that ICGC management of Christ Temple increased the price and all of that. And Shishishi was of the opinion that the organizers didn't do well. The press release was wrong. What have you been hearing concerning this whole venue change, the cost, 80% and all that?
Although I serve on the music directorate of the International Central Gospel Church nationwide, I'm not here to represent them formally, but the press statement that was issued was very disingenuous. It didn't paint the right picture. Last week when we were here, I don't need to get verification from CTE to know that the program was going to be outdoor. And if you remember, we even discussed how we had finished Greater Works and we had worked on the ground so well, so they were going to have a very good time. Another thing that we knew by the time we were living here was they had sold over 10,000 tickets. So what was what caused the change a day or two to the program? You understand me? And that is what they didn't address in their press statement. The only thing they talked about was price being hiked suddenly about 80%, which didn't present the right picture, because if you are aware and you've been to CTE, you will know that the new auditorium is a state-of-the-art theater manned by highly professional expertise. And you can have all those people coming to work for you and expect that the same cost will be as using the outside, you know. Dana Hamilton hold a concert there, and by the grace of God, what I'm hearing is they've even booked for next year. Because everything went smoothly for them and they didn't have to bring a lot of research. When you enter CTE and you know the demography, the state-of-the-art sound, video and all that, you know that that's the right place for you. So deciding to move from outdoor to indoor and expecting that cost will be on the same rate was very, very disingenuous on their part. So the issue has had to do with the cost? I believe so. I believe their issue had to do with cost, and you know, I believe it was not even CTE that they had issues with. They had issues with other vendors, and you know, if you knew that they had even started some setup even outdoor. Okay, so and if you had sold 10,000 tickets, I didn't think it was really a big deal to have moved, you know, 10,000 people in there, you know. So it's very unfortunate, but I wish they hadn't put out those things. I wish they hadn't.
Wow. Did the change affect the event?
Not, I don't.
From what you monitored?
Once the people have bought their ticket, they've bought it. Get it? And the first venue they used, because it was ICGC, and these people, they love the Maverick City, so they've already booked their ticket. Maybe they'll be sad there's a change of venue. But once they bought their ticket, certainly they'll move. And the venue they used, I think they were smart enough to move to another venue that is quite okay.
First Love Center.
Yeah, because that place to us, the state-of-the-art, everything. I think Jometto used that place for Christmas with Jometto, and it was excellent. So that's a good thing they did as organizers, that they moved to another venue which is quite okay, and it was good. And those people too love the Maverick City, they love the Kirk Franklin, so certainly they will.
Don't you think that people who wanted to come, upon hearing what was going on, some will actually change their minds and not go because the place wasn't full?
Especially industry players.
Because viewers, I didn't see so many of the industry players there. It was just a few of them who came. They were monitoring, but lots of them were not there. Yes, so did it affect the whole event?
Oh yeah, I want to be careful with this.
Yes.
Certainly, because the industry players. You didn't see a Sheshe post, you didn't see Precious post, you didn't see the K post, you didn't see any post. Like, we are ready for it because they were not much involved. We only post events that we know.
Okay.
Like, what the people should expect. We are ready. Like, we want to tell them that this is what is going to happen. But this one, we didn't know anything.
But this is one of the biggest shows, Kirk Franklin.
It's supposed to be one of the biggest shows. But now we cannot say it's the biggest show in Ghana. Because we've seen Stadium.
We've seen Stadium, yes. We celebrated Stadium. But you see, I'm saying this because now let's delve into the day of the event. The event was supposed to start at 5 p.m.
Right.
But viewers, the event started at 8:30.
That is expected because of the change of venue, certainly.
And you see, you're trying to move equipment and do things, and trying to let people church that close at a certain time, close early and all that. Certainly, you have these issues. It's quite unfortunate. Like I'm saying, it's very unfortunate that you didn't have like you're saying, the industry players to be part of this thing. Because if they were there, they would have, and one thing about Christian event is you want to keep it away from controversies. And especially if you raise a controversy against one of the great charismatic churches in Ghana, you paint a certain picture about things people love, and they might stay away from it. So I believe well, like he's saying, it might not have had great impact, but I'm sure there are people too who feel like, okay, but it's very, I'm hoping they will come out later and try and clean up this mess, because trying to put a whole church in the bad light didn't look good.
We are waiting for them to come back. Oh, they won't come back.
They won't come back.
No, they won't come and say anything. If the administration of the church is not putting out a statement to clear their image, it's going to be there forever. They won't come back, especially when they are done with the event.
But this event could have been one of the best events. We could have actually put Ghana on the map. I mean, I've gone to check. Of course, the Maverick City have posted highlights of what they had here, but do you think they will ever come back again? They will come back again. Because Nigeria wasn't part of the tour.
Right. I think, see, this thing,
yes.
The secret about this whole thing is, it's not as if Maverick City wanted to come to Ghana.
Okay.
It's like they've said that they are, yes, they are on a tour.
On a tour.
So any country who is ready to tap into that will tap into it. So if you can get your stage, your everything, sell your tickets, they book them to come, they will come.
So what is the like of Genius services? I mean, the new noise, industry players.
So that's where the organizers will also say, you Christian people were there, you didn't tap into that, and we did it, and you still want us to bring the thing.
Did you see
it's an issue of money, maybe to bid?
I think you see the bigger picture. The bigger picture I say is, whether you are the one organizing or not, there are partners you can't avoid. Partners who are already on the ground, who can give you the right advice, who have the strategy to getting Christians to come. So all you needed to do was to reach out to them. So if you left them out, certainly you bear the brand for it. Wow. And that is exactly what they did. But you see, I see this Maverick City thing, controversy that happened in Ghana in a way connected to the whole big picture. Because you see, if Maverick City had planned coming to Africa maybe a year or so, they themselves, they will situate themselves well. Because you see, in Africa, conservative Christians are more than liberals. And you see, you cannot, in Africa, Africans, because of our culture, our traditions, we stay away from certain things. So if you notice, the controversy didn't even start from Ghana. It started right from the US, and it has been across almost every place. Anatolia
pulled out.
When she pulled out, I'm hearing that all the artists in Zimbabwe pulled out. Wow. All the local artists pulled out. You understand me? And you could see that everywhere that they've go, they've had their share of a certain kind of controversy, which I think they should have been strategic and plan a year ahead, made sure that some of the things they got themselves involved in, thinking that...
Do you think the Will Smith performance at the BET affected them?
Well, people are saying not just that, but right from the Grammys to BET to some of the things that have happened among them. paid a serious toll on their tour to Africa. And I'm saying it again. You see, in Africa, we look at things, we observe things. We are people who will put you down to strict biblical standards. And we would like to know motives, intentions, and what have you. So people will certainly come out and read meanings in certain things. And, you know, it's all over social media. You know, the social media is now like the it is there as soon as it happens. It's quite unfortunate, but I think if they had wanted to come to Africa, then they should have been very strategic a year before and clear themselves of all those controversies.
Okay, so now let's discuss the performances. So we waited, everybody waited, and around 8:30 the MC came up. The MC, somebody said, "Is this your MC?" People can talk. Even people had issues with their MC. Yes, it's serious. But let's delve into it. But I think it did well.
How was the MC?
It did well.
Who was the MC?
I'll tell you later. Go and check. Go and do I don't want trouble. He did well. He did very well. And just when he came up stage, he introduced Maverick City. Everybody was excited because we had waited for about 2 hours, 3 hours. And I understand some were even outside. Because people thought other artists would actually perform before Maverick City. So we heard that Maverick City was supposed to actually travel just on that night, or maybe the day before. So Maverick City came up.
And they came in the same day too.
They came in the same day, on the Sunday morning. Yeah. So they ministered, they came, and it was amazing. Back. But there were technical issues with microphones. You are also an event person. I mean, seeing Maverick City exchanging microphones, Naomi, all the guys, Todd, Tim Godfrey, and
the event didn't do sound check. There was no sound check. What do you expect?
So they were doing sound check when they came?
Yes. So there was no proper sound checking. So that's what's going to happen. And the event was in a rush because they had to change venue that same day. And it's not easy. To make sure to get that excellent sound, you need to start maybe 3 days or a week before.
Exactly.
So with that is expected. And I think it's a big blow to the industry. See, Maverick City was supposed to be in Ghana maybe 3 days before the event. Let's put them on some media tour. Let's get one of them here on Gospel PR. Let's talk to them. Let the people know that indeed they are coming. They get it. So they are even great that they were able to sell tickets because they use the greatest of all time, Joe Metro. They used Tim Godfrey, definitely will sell tickets. And they used Kirk Franklin, definitely will sell tickets. If not the case, like this event.
You see, if you recall, yes. I was saying something last week, and some of the things that we discussed as ripple into this week. If you leave industry players out of this, you miss the strategy of getting the people, miss the strategy of organizing. Look, Maverick City arrived midnight to the day of their performance. Now, we know that usually a show of such magnitude, there should be something like a church tour in the Sunday morning.
In the Sunday morning.
Okay, you know, like get the major churches, let them go minister. You know, the founder of the church or leader of the church puts their support behind it. You get their people coming, but the thing was riding on the popularity of the Mavericks, the group that were coming, and that was not enough. You get me? We saw our brother Joe Metro when he did his stadium. He was able to pull the Archbishop to the stadium. So you can, and he put a lot of men of God to the place. So if I see my pastor going, will I hold back in going? But these are people who felt like, okay, they've done shows before, they've been in a secular, they know the thick and thin of it, so they know. But you know, in Christianity or in our gospel industry, you can't thrive just on popularity.
You can't thrive just on popularity. Okay, so let me read some comments from our viewers watching us on our socials and also on TV. So this is from our socials. Ebenezer and Pabin, yes, Dominion TV to the whole area say yes with a smile emoji there, and Kokulumo, of course, the boss himself. The big question is, have they learned their lessons after the strong-worded release? What next? Hey, Koku. And then Koku says that, say good evening to Lawyer Prosper Hotu for me. He's watching. UG Spark says he's also watching. So these are some of the comments that we have released. We'll go for Global 360 and we'll be back.
Hey, this one. You.
Team Eternity Ghana has delivered their first performance after the loss of Inshira, a member at the PIWC Tema at the Glory Feast program last week Saturday on the 17th of August 2024. Dressed in a black outfit, the tribute captured an emotional moment and the display of unity and honor for their beloved member. Janet Services has officially launched the 7th edition of Women in Worship 2024. The date for the event is the 22nd of September 2024. Venue is yet to be announced. Event organizers have outlined activities such as free screening, outreach programs, and so on. It is also tailored to create awareness against cervical cancer. A partnership with Equity Health Insurance was announced. This year's event is themed The Rehoboth Experience. Gates will be open at 4 p.m. and it is a ticketed event. The incredible lineup includes Adehi, Diana Hamilton, Mercy Chinwu, Empress Gifty, F.A. Grace, Team Eternity, all-female choir, Lordina the Soprano, among others. Ghanaian gospel musician based in the USA has been crowned Gospel Artiste of the Year for 5 times in a row at the Ghana Music Awards USA. This award recognition is unprecedented, highlighting Yankees' dominance in the gospel industry.
So that was Global 360. We brought to you all the gist and the Christian entertainments. Yes, in Eternity Ghana, their tribute performance in honor of their beloved member who has gone to be with the Lord in Shira. And then also Women in Worship. September is going to be back to back. You know, you saw Nana Sari and the team, Janet Services, doing a wonderful job. And of course, Esther Yankee, 5 times in a row, being awarded as the best artist, Ghana USA. Wow, Ghana Music Awards USA. 5 times in a row. So when the pundits are here, Pastor Jonas, any of the news items?
Yes.
Women in Worship, Esther Yankee, Team Eternity Ghana.
We can't wait for September, Women in Worship. That is one of the, if you have people like that, organizing women in worship.
Proper organization.
Why would you struggle? What does it cost to consult, and speak to people? So I know the program will be great. They're bringing Mercy Chinwu, bringing all those artists. In fact, we'll be there to support them, and Team Eternity, God bless them for all that they are doing. In fact, I see them putting Ghana on the map. And very unfortunate that they had to lose one of their people. Our condolence to them. We pray that may the Lord strengthen them, and He shouldn't discourage them. They should move on and make sure they churn out more good music.
Yes, sir. So certainly I'll pick Women in Worship.
You were there?
Yeah, I was at the press launch, and Charlie, the emotions and everything at the place was so overwhelming. I think last year they couldn't do it because of the death of the husband of Antina. So during the press lunch, she called for a moment of silence for her husband. And now she started crying. Oh, wow. So I believe that now she's like, that's what God has called her to do. So whether the husband is there or not, she's going to do it. And we know what she has done over 5 years, back to back. And except when it comes to organization and events, she's top-notch. She has done that, and she's been there before. Now look at the people coming. The Empress Gifty factor is for me. Because over the years, she has not been part of the thing. We've seen Dinah, we've seen Mercy. So the new twist is the Empress Gifty and the Ada for Nigeria. So one good thing from there. And she has this all-female band from Team Eternity. You have to watch out for them. They are going to do without the male.
So it's all female.
All female.
All female conference.
So I don't know how she's going to do it. So it's like this calls for this Charlie. Their number, my so please, the ticket is about 50 cities or 100 cities. Charlie, start grabbing your ticket down. Because when it comes to Women in Worship, in Nairobi, say moment.
Okay, so let's now wrap up on the Kingdom World Tour. So, your assessment and any positive sides from the administrations, from what you saw, what you have monitored, and where do we go from here?
Where we are,
Yeah, I think well, the impact has been made. People went to celebrate the Lord. We saw notable people. We saw musicians, artists, movie,
Kirk Franklin,
enjoying themselves, and that's all good. Like I said last week, I think as a country, we need to position ourselves strategically. We can't have these people just come in and just minister and leave the same evening. Okay. We should look at collaborating with them, rubbing on each other, iron sharpen iron, making sure that we leverage on whatever they have, and the positives we pick, and we also introduce them to some of our things. It could have been nice if that evening they did a collabo with maybe Joe Metal, with one of our artists or something. If Team Eternity even had a song with them, but it was more of like, okay, so let's come do our stuff and go. And I know it still had some links to do with the organization, So I think going forward, we should make sure we work on that and we'll be fine.
Just wrap it up. The only thing I want to say is that, see, when people are criticizing your event, it's not as if they are sabotaging because they've seen it there, they've seen the good and the bad. So when they speak about the bad, let's work on it. And the good ones, we applaud and we improve it. So it's like when somebody talks about your event, to gospel artists especially, they want to call everybody a demon because you are criticizing them. That's what I want to say. Let's stop. Nobody's a demon. We all want the better of the thing, as Asofo is saying. Like after this, some collabo. No, next 2 months, no, the song is out there. Then, okay, I'm back Ghana and first one in it.
Okay, sure.
And you see, the seculars, they do it too. They do it. By the time they go, you realize that some of them are
their collaboration with the contract, so we also replicate it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on the show. Pastor Jonas Odoe, Man Steve, it's been a wonderful time on the show. And of course, we'll bring you snippets of the Kingdom World Tour on Out and About on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Yes, we want to end with some highlights of the Kingdom World Tour. My name is Dave Nati Hazel. I'm 11th episode next week. I'll be here again.